and saying, okay, based on where my moral compass goes and sits, I, won't allow my kids to listen. Now, to Jermaine Dupri's point, to some extent, they're going to hear what they're going to hear. They're going to, whether I expose my child to it or not, doesn't mean that when she goes to school, she won't get exposed to it there. When she's somewhere with her friends, she won't get exposed to it there. But then when they're exposed to it, they know the difference. See, you only know that you eating processed corn if you've had fresh corn. You only know when you're listening to something that's inappropriate if you've listened to something that is appropriate. And so when you feed them the good sources, then they innately gain the ability to discern the difference between one and the other. Now they're gonna decide which one is good and which one is bad because they might be more entertained by the Glorilla than they are by the Kids Bop. In the case of from one kid to the next, how they respond to that is gonna vary, right? Like a lot of the kids who started out in the church but really wanted to do R&B, and so once they heard R&B, they got up out of the church. They did R&B. Went straight to R&B, and then there's others that's still in the church because they prefer what's in the church versus what's in the world, so to speak, what's in R&B. So everybody's at some point's got to make their own choice. But yeah, you do have the ability to kind of create that filter for the listener.
Yeah, I mean, nothing.
And we don't have, young artists, but, to that point, once it was seen as something that wasn't really a viable source of income for major labels, they, of course, weren't going to put money into it.
Well, we do have young artists, but those young artists are emulating behavior that they see in the streets and social media and carrying it over into the music.
But think about it. There's a huge divide. We got some kids that's making music, right? Like a Van Van. Van Van's making music. T.I.'s daughter, Eris, she's making music. That's like for kids. But think about the Bow Wow age. Think about the Kross age. That age range, there's nothing there. He's not wrong, right?
But there's just nothing there.
It's just nothing there. And so to Amanda Seale's point is, if that's all there is and that's all they're consuming, then that's all they will be.
Well, from this perspective of Amanda Seales, it's the industry in its totality that's pushing, and when I say the industry, I mean it's the labels that's supposedly pushing toxic behavior into the communities and on the radio, on the internet, and pushing it. There's also, once again, I'm going to go back to personal accountability, parental accountability.
Yeah.
Because as a parent, now you can't control what happens when your kid is out of the house. Right. My mom couldn't control me doing what I was doing when I'm outside of the house. And then all of a sudden she gets a knock on the door and it's me with 2 police officers. And she's like, what the heck happened? And she's like, yo, we caught him doing X.
Right. But because the way your mom
allegedly doing X,
raised you, you knew that there was a difference between right and wrong.
True.
Now, which side of that you chose was up to you, but you knew that there was a difference.
That's right. Because I had that parental accountability. Mom was like, you're not going to go out there and listen to this and do this and blah, blah, blah. Like, I mean, because my mom was old school. So we were raised in that type of environment. But today we got parents and kids listening to the same music. We got parents and kids dressing the same. We got parents and kids acting the same.
You got parents and kids doing the Chris Brown
dance and going to
they doing it
together on TikTok. On TikTok.
How you love that? Do you know like what he's saying in this song?
No. And the parents do.
So good, but
the parents do. And the kids don't. And the kids are being influenced by it.
The parents trying to play ignorant too.
And the parents trying to play ignorant. And
they figure out it's just music.
It's just music.
Or a lot of parents out here say, well, I'd rather for them to be exposed to it around me.
Around me than anybody else.
Around somebody else.
That's a cop.
And I am tired of parents being older trying to act like they're young. I'm tired of that because you're not really raising the kids now.
Yeah.
You're not giving kids lessons, and you're not like, it's okay to like have.
Don't be wearing skinny jeans.
Nobody wears that anymore, thankfully.
I mean, you can still be yourself. You can still be.
I think somebody will.
I will admit, our generation is a little more, I don't want to say hip, but we grew up on hip hop. So
we transcended.
You grew up on hip hop.
So it's transcend. Our parents didn't.
So we're not going to be like, all old and stiff, but at the same time, we are going to be our age though. So we don't have to, try to be accepted by the younger generation. It should be a little bit of friction, a healthy friction there when it comes to certain things because they're supposed to learn from us. And of course, you got to bump your head a little bit to learn, but we got to stop trying to like appease the young people. Stop calling people younger than you Unc and OG and all that stuff.
My wife and I was talking about this earlier.
Like, come on, or like, you still the elder. Act like you might not have as much money as them, but you still like they don't look to you for that. They look to you for wisdom and advice and morality and how to you supposed to be
and that's
more mature, more wise.
And that's what when somebody and so my wife and I was actually before we got to here today. That's what we were talking about, because I saw the clip with Raekwon, not Raekwon, Ghostface. Yeah, he was talking about the whole pause thing. That was hilarious.
Supreme that was hilarious. Too is a pretty dope album too, by the way.
I heard it already. Supreme.
I like it better than Raekwon.
Pretty dope album.
Oh, I did. I did what I'm guilty of. What I said don't do. I kind of took a jab at Raekwon album to a big up Ghostface album. I was wrong.
Hold on. Was it a super dope? Was it a dope? You didn't say super dope, right?
I don't know. I think
pretty
dope.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a pretty dope album.
I mean, it exceeded. Again, not to try to take a jab at, because I heard Raekwon album was cool, so I'm thinking like it's gonna be on par. I was like, oh, okay, all right. See what you're doing.
You heard Ghost, and you're like, oh, it's better than them. To me, I thought they were good. I thought they were.
No, not to me. I'm gonna give Ghost a little.
Ghost, not to segue to something crazy different. Ghost did have one song in his mug that sounded like y'all seen the video of the dude who's rapping to like not the Disney song, the do 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 do. Y'all seen this?
Yes.
Making my way downtown, walking around. Like so, Ghost has a song that's almost similar to that on Supreme Clientele too.
Yeah.
I was like, as soon as I heard that, I was like,
I was with it though.
That's what that reminded me of.
I was with it.
But I was with it though. I was
with it, man. Shout out to Ghostface.
I appreciated that song. But anyway, so my wife and I were talking about it. I heard a clip earlier in that same segment where Fat Joe was talking about he had a birthday party and the younger kids there were calling him Unc and they were like, welcome to the unction. Right? and my wife was like, but is that a derogatory term? I said, well, it depends on who's saying it and how they're saying it. Because sometimes kids or younger generation use it as a derogatory term or to kind of, I don't want to say slight you as a older individual.
No, I think when they call you old head, it's because young people call us old heads. That's
when they call you old head and they be calling you Unc.
I think people still say old heads.
No.
Oh yeah, they do.
It's a term.
They still say it. I thought that was an old term.
No, it's a new reiteration of it. Now when they say old head, they're talking about old people in a derogatory way. Are you an old head?
Oh, you're an old head. Like, you know what you're talking about. You're an old head.
It's definitely,
it's
a current term and it's derogatory.
It seems to be the same way in the way that they were using it in that fashion.
This generation is so loose. I feel like Unc basically replaced Sir.
Kinda. Yeah, kinda.
I don't know. The way they were using it with him.
Most people I hear use it. It's almost like a term of respect.
It's supposed to be.
I think it is. I think Unc.
And so how supposed to be like, what's good, sir?
Yeah.
To an older person, they saying Unc. And it's because they don't say sir.
Yeah.
Ma'am and sir, we didn't teach them.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a term of endearment and a term of respect for your elders. Elder gentlemen, gray hair.
But a lot of us don't want to be older. So
I never heard Unc used bad though. I never heard.
But it was just either. It was just weird to hear him like, "Welcome to the unction." Like, yeah, look at you, old Unc person. They even have memes where they are interviewing people talking about what classifies somebody
as